Greetings, Pisces. This is your reading, the water well reading, looking at matters of the heart today. So let's get stuck into it. I'm not sure, but things on the old computer have slowed up a wee bit, and I guess I hate to say it, but Mercury is in retrograde. Anyway, hopefully everything works fine. So let's get a card for you, beautiful fishes. The water well is sort of an alternative love reading. Let's pull one card for you from the journey map. See if something really popped out. Oh yeah. Excuse me, Pisces. We get, this is a beautiful card. And I say beautiful a lot, I know, but this is a beautiful card. We have the Lady of Loss. Now, we're not necessarily talking about loss here. It's just the concept. The Lady of Loss. The ability to have such an expansive heart that we understand, because we have loved, we've really opened ourselves up. Well, the other side of that is that we do experience loss in its most fullest potentials, because we really do give our all, I guess, water signs and Pisceans, especially maybe Neptunians. Let's just see, we're doing a modified Celtic cross today for a change. So we'll look at the situation here for you. First card that jumps, which is the central point, is the Emperor. Rules and regulations, very benevolent. Sometimes in one direction, slightly restrictive. But to all intents and purposes, the Emperor is all of those wonderful qualities, masculine qualities, in its highest form, protective, guiding, very benevolent. Interesting. Let's see. Get one more card for this Emperor. What's crossing the Emperor, this situation at the moment? Wow, we have the Ten of Wands. In this deck, the Ten of Wands is really the end of a cycle. It often is portrayed as the person with the burden. The burden. Maybe there's some restrictions. You're feeling restrictions in terms of matters of the heart, and in your close, intimate relationships. Maybe there's a weight that, difficulties overcome. This is, with the 10, the end of a cycle here, because there's nowhere else to go except to start again, to start afresh. The basis for beautiful Pisces today of this heart-based reading, the basis is the Four of Cups, the beautiful Nouveau cups. The Four of Cups is often presented, the fourth cup, from behind a large piece of shrubbery, and we may not notice it. Maybe we're not seeing something here in this situation. We understand overall our capacity to love is huge. I mean, huge. And with that, we experience loss to its full degree as well. I'm not saying you're losing anything currently. This is just the idea of it. So we have the Four of Cups. The offering that is not familiar, and so possibly we don't necessarily recognize it as an offering, the basis of this. Lightening the load. The Emperor can be very beneficial, but can also be quite restrictive if the Emperor is a person in your life. I'm not sure. Let's see the recent past for you beautiful Pisces. What's the recent past looking like? I do like to let the cards jump, and it did. The recent past, another four. Fours all about very Jupiterian and all about structure, and actually very beneficial cards. The number 4, solid, secure. We get the beautiful 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords, the healing card. We sit in respite and repose. We understand those 3 swords above us, the heartbreak sort of card. As the background, we have the 1 sword, our sword, lying beside us as we lie and rest and recuperation. This is something to do with the past here. This is in the position of what's behind you. So you've obviously have experienced that. What currently is happening here, where we see the general basis of this, is either we're not seeing a cup that's been offered to us, an emotional love offering, or we feel constricted in our current situation. Let's just see current. What's the present? Wow, beautiful, beautiful Pisces. What's happening right now is we get the 6 of Swords, another sword, another mind card, but this time the 6, which is all about beauty and balance, often presented as a journey in a boat to a calmer place, to a calmer sea. You might be able to hear the tide here. It's very high tide today, very loud. You might not hear it, but it's quite soothing. And so we find soothing in this card at the current juncture, where we're moving to a calmer place, whatever that happens to be for you. But certainly you're on the move. Something's happening, something's progressing. If you have felt burdened, sometimes these things come up at very random, unexpected junctures, whereby we experience a feeling from the past. For example, this 10 of Wands, to be so burdened and restricted in our own will. Possibly, as I was saying, it's as if we were back in time, at a different time, with different people. Something, for want of a better term or word, triggers these feelings of being having a sort of restricted will. I think with the Emperor there, there's some external influence, I think, that's occurring here. Or that you're trying to what's the word? You're trying to, lubricate the wheels, or you're trying to smooth things a little bit, if that makes sense. This is just what I'm getting. And so we're taking a little bit of a journey to calmer waters at this current point in time. Excuse me. Let's look at future. Let's look at the near future for you beautiful Pisceans. So it's a little bit of you could look at it like familiar power struggles, that occur always in relationships. I mean, every relationship, people are consumed with that. It's a human thing. Everything is about power. I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just that it's always this working with not only ourselves and ourselves primarily, but with others in terms of the dynamics of power within relationships. So this near future position, we get the beautiful and crystal clear Queen, this gorgeous Queen of Swords, who's very straight up and down and knows exactly what she's prepared to accept and what she's not prepared to accept. So, to me, let's just get some clarification here, beautiful Pisces. We'll just get this clarification in some of these positions here. So we're looking at the Emperor. Is the Emperor someone else, Pisces, or is the Emperor yourself? I don't know if self-limitation is part of this water well read. I just want doesn't matter what I want, does it? What is this Emperor here? Let's just keep going. Just get one card, please, for the Emperor. Oh, we get two cards. Oh, I suspect maybe there's a decision that needs to be made at some point, but now is not necessarily the time to make it. We get the Hanged Man and the World card, the universe. There's if this is in terms of which these readings, this is what I'm directing them at, matters of the heart. I feel here, beautiful Pisces, this won't resonate for everyone, but it might be quite specific reading for someone out there. You understand, I think, at this time that you are going into a whole new cycle, and really it means leaving some things behind, is what I get for you, beautiful fishes. We go into the Hanged Man when we need to receive. What I always look at this card as receiving new information, more spiritual information to do with you and your higher self. Because you yourself are, in fact, a world, a planet, a universe. It's seen in the micro as in the macro. We are part of this earth. And sometimes we're guided to go into the Hanged Man mode where nothing's really coming in and nothing's going out. Now, the people around you don't necessarily need to know that. But if they're perceptive, they'd possibly pick that up. But I'm just saying here, it feels like you know exactly where you need to take this, whatever situation or circumstance is in your life, and that you are entering amazing and wonderful new cycle with this. So we're just going to get a little, at the end I'm going to get cards to go with the Lady of Loss. Lady of Loss. I love that card. She's very almost veiled, like the Empress. So this is interesting. I hear you're keeping your cards close to your chest, and that's, you know, that is fair enough in whatever situation you are in here. So we see in the past a period of healing. I think the last Pisces reading was that you seemed to have a hell of a lot of choice, and you were well aware of and very aware of this. There was a confusion in that because, of course, when you're presented with so many options, the Four itself is offering yet another offering here. Nevertheless, you know where you want to go, beautiful Pisces. So let's get a little pixie and fairy card to round up this reading today. We get, oh wow, speaking of Neptunians, maybe we're reviewing, you know, maybe there is a review going on of sort of emotional, intimate entanglements that we've had over the years. Maybe there's a review. We're going deep with this. Lady of Loss is a deep enough card anyway. There's a in the Lady of Loss card, there's also, it's as if you could imagine a trapeze artist flying through the sort of aerial heights of the circus tent, flying, but knowing that if there was a slip or a fall, that there's this vast safety net underneath you. The Lady of Loss, you know, stands with us in that as a safety net of sorts. Anyway, I digress a little bit. So Pixies and Fairies card, we get the Dark Lady, which is it's a very it's like really sort of you know, that kind of, it sums up that sort of attraction that's really intense, immediate. It's, you want to go down into those depths and understand every aspect of this person that you feel such an incredible charged connection to. It's really amazing. We don't want to get lost in there though. Don't forget who you are. Don't get lost in someone else's dark, deep pools. Always know your returning route to yourself is what I get with Lady of Loss. This is quite an intense, yet these readings are probably a little bit shorter than the Time and Tides. I'm not sure. Let's get one last, let's just get one card for beautiful Pisces, because you are so Neptunian. Just one card, please. But there is, you know this, you know the direction that you're going in with this. I mean, there's lots of question marks here. we get, on one hand, stability, anchoring in the 3D. We get abundance, comfort, and stability. And as I said before, with those fours, they really are about that stability and security. We also have the card of passage, finding a sense of belonging. Have you created a secure anchor between yourself and this beautiful life? As I said again with the Dark Lady, this is really intense. It's allowed you, or you are exploring different aspects of yourself because of a connection with someone else, which is really amazing. But as I said, don't lose your, don't get lost in someone else, or don't get lost. This is just what I'm getting. Don't lose yourself. Yeah, it's kind of simple. Beautiful. I wish I was Pisces right now. This sounds really exciting. On this note, I hope this reading finds you well. If you have chosen to join me, I thank you very much. Thank you so much, Pisces. Cheery now. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you.